It's the tortoise and the hare. It's the, steady, continual, just application and consistency. That's what it is, just the application and consistency, regardless of what's going on, regardless of what's happening, just maintaining that continual progression. And too many times people misconstrue movement for progress. Movement and progress aren't the same thing. And they both are active. There's both, action in both, but you can be moving, going nowhere fast. But progressing, like I said, may not be going at the fastest pace. Now, velocity that's a different thing altogether. So, may not be moving at the fastest pace, but maintaining grace in the face of adversity to make sure that there's continual progression that's the goal, man. It's because life is going to keep happening, and we can't be bogged down. We can't be dismayed. Just got to keep plugging away and have to keep putting out that positive energy, and we have to keep putting out whatever our gift is. And that's one of these things that I recognize. People say, oh, well, what does it matter if this person isn't doing this, or what does it matter if this person isn't doing that? It's their life, let them live. And it's like, no, that's not what it is, because in reality, we all are a part of this larger puzzle, and we all have a gift, we all have an energy and an essence to contribute to the larger picture. And if you decide that you don't want to live in your full essence of who you are, then not only does that rob you of you living in your full glory, but it robs us of being able to experience whatever gift you have and being able to experience you in all your full glory. Because you living in your full glory can and will inspire others to live and experience their full glory and live in their purpose. And it takes that self-sacrifice. As it's just like scripture say, no greater sacrifice than a man lays his life down for another. And we have to that selfless, unconditional, just giving of our gift and of our talent and of our energy. And even in the face of feeling like it may not always be received, or even in feeling like it may not always be, appreciated. It's giving for giving's sake, because we don't always know the butterfly effect of where our energy is where it's gonna go, who it's gonna impact. It's like, yes, I'm living in Oakland, California, but somebody halfway across the world can experience my energy and be touched by it. But if I don't put that energy out, then that person isn't going to be touched by it, and vice versa. It's like I've never met half of the people who have helped to shape and influence me into becoming the man that I am, but nonetheless, their energy has impacted me. Just like Pac said, he may not be the man to change the world, but he guarantees his energy will spark the mind and the energy that will. And that's real. That's super real. It's like I published a book back in 2011, 2012, the book of Sun Chaser, Life as I See It. And when I published it, that was one of the key things that hit me, was literally somebody halfway across the road who I'll never meet can and will be impacted. And it doesn't even have to be halfway around the world. It could just be in my own neighborhood who I'll never even meet. Because, the halfway around the world can be a grand thing. But even in this neighborhood, our energy and putting it out and having people being able to experience us, even when we don't know that they're being affected by us. Like when I was in school, one of my classmates, he found out that I published a book, and it was like, oh, cool, I'm gonna order this and I'm gonna send them to my brother who's in jail right now. So my books are floating around, the correction facilities, and I'm never been inside a correctional facility, don't ever want to go inside a correctional facility. That's not a energy or a place where I want to presently be, or ever be or experience. And Lord willing, that's the case. But my energy is still positively impacting somebody who is a part of that system and who is being impacted by that system. But if I don't put out that energy, that brother or that sister doesn't get that energy exchange. So I'm forever grateful for that. I don't take that lightly. And it's the small wins, man. And it's not even the small wins, because that's not something small. But it's those wins that, it's those non-monetary, it's the intrinsic value, it's the intrinsic wins that are the wins that really matter and really add up and help to create this overall society that we talk about, that we want. And we have no way of comprehending the positive butterfly effect of our energy in this, as we put it out. And we all have to live in our full glory and figure out whatever our spirit-filled purpose is, so that we're not robbing one another of our gifts. Like, if we really want this thing to progress and move forward, we all have a role to play. We all have something to contribute, and we have to realize that, and we have to harness that, and we have to get over our fears. We have to face our fears in order to be great. We have to have that self-confidence, and we have to have that self-love, and we have to build each other up, while we can, while we're here, and that's one of these other things that I'm realizing, is that sometimes people want to see more from us before they're willing to fully invest and support us. That doesn't necessarily mean that they don't see us or what we're going on, because somebody is always watching. But they just want to, especially in the way our society is built, they want to see this, like I said, this application and consistency. And if you show this consistency, then people are saying, okay, that's something I can get behind. That's something I can rock with. That's something that I'm willing to invest in. And I recognize that. Unfortunately, sometimes for the creative and for the person that's putting out, without that support and without that investment, sometimes we feel like, damn, why am I doing this? And if ain't nobody appreciating it, then what am I doing it for? And so it's this we say we need to learn as a society to give these roses to our people while they can smell them, yet the disconnect still occurs where we feel like it's doing too much to appreciate somebody, or to big up somebody, or to love somebody, or to let somebody know, like, bro, sis, that's dope. I appreciate you for putting that out. Thank you. You know what I mean? I felt that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going in vain, your energy. And we have to get past this mentality of where we feel like that's doing too much, or that's beneath us, or or that's I'm too cool to do that, or that's not cool to do that. But somebody's always watching, and because somebody is always watching, and because of the present state of the way things are going, we have to learn how to be our biggest fan. We have to learn how to be our biggest supporter. Nobody should go harder for you than you. And that's something that I've learned and am learning to harness that energy of recognizing that I have to be my biggest fan. I have to be my biggest promoter. I have to be my biggest cheerleader. I have to be in my corner rooting myself on, like, hell yeah, bro, you did that shit. You feel me? You knocked that out. You rocked that. Keep rocking. Keep going. You know what I mean? Because it's not always going to be somebody around to tell you that. And as much as we would love for that to be the case, to have this, this cheerleader section or whatever like that, that's not realistic. And really putting yourself out there, there's going to be those dark times and those dark moments where it is just you. And do you have enough fortitude and enough internal gusto to just keep going, to push yourself forward, to just continue to traverse even through the spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical trials and errors and tribulations and whatever is going on? And you have to decide how bad you want it. You have to decide how bad you want it, and continue to just Keep putting yourself out there, because it's like I said, life is going to be happening, and especially when you're doing something that's going to be putting a positive energy out, like the scripture says, the thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And what he's still coming to steal, kill, and destroy is your joy, is your peace of mind, is your harmony, is your happiness, is your tranquility, it's your positive energy, it's your positive outlook. That's what the thief is coming to steal. And when you're going up against these battles, and when you're going up against these trials and these tribulations, it's actually, like scripture says, blessed that we are afflicted. You know what I mean? Because that's saying, you know what? I'm going against the grain. I'm going against this status quo of telling me that I'm supposed to be the lesser, and I'm striving to be the greater, never the lesser. And because I'm striving to be the greater, never the lesser, I'm going to encounter these hardships and these trials and these tribulations and these speed bumps and these roadblocks, because there are people who are on the other side with vested interest who don't want things to change. And because there are people on the other side with these vested interests who don't want things to change, all these things are going to be coming at you in order to stop your progress and impede your progress, to see what you're built of, to see what you're made of, to see if you're going to fold under pressure. But diamonds are made under pressure, and either you're going to be that diamond or you're going to fold up like that lawn chair. And that's only on you to decide, and that's only on me to decide. And like I said, it's that self-fortitude, and it's that self-determination to say, you know what, no, I'm not going to buckle. And yes, staring even in the face of adversity, I'm choosing to maintain and appreciate this grace that I've been given, this life that I've been given. I'm still choosing to harness and manifest this positive energy. I'm still choosing to be the greater and never the lesser. And understanding that at the end of the day,